Flexible infrastructure managed services, making IT services standardized and predictable. One of the long-standing challenges of running an IT services outsource has been delivering on time and on budget. This problem spans a whole host of other problems, not the least of which is a less than satisfied customer. And a less than satisfied customer has a tendency to hold back more project work, try to deliver some projects in-house, and worst of all, shift their loyalty to other vendors. What's at the root of this problem? To put it briefly, ill-defined requirements. Whether they are changes in business requirements, technical requirements, or project requirements, or as is often the case, requirements are too broad or lack an in-state design, nailing down a precise scope for a services quote is usually an exercise in educated guesswork. Well, for budgetary purposes, Mr. Customer, with the requirements we've been given, we'll estimate this effort will require a couple of server administrators, a database guy, a software SME, a storage guy, and it'll take about 3 months to complete. Your customer may well ask, is this the best you can do? And your response would be, absolutely. With the requirements we've been given, this is definitely the best we can do. And by the way, the quote is time and materials, and more than likely will be PCR'd more than once before it's completed. Why should this be the status quo? After all, if you asked a contractor for a quote to build a deck on the back of your house, and he gave you a time and materials estimate, you'd say, are you kidding me? You don't know your business well enough to give me a firm price and a solid time frame? Why should IT services be any different? The Exceed Group is changing the way IT work is quoted and delivered through our flexible infrastructure managed services platform. The FIMS approach provides outsources with a catalog of fixed price and time services for both provisioning and tower management that are standardized and predictable, enabling the outsource and the end customer to know upfront how much a particular project will cost and when it will be completed. Imagine what this would mean for an organization when budgeting for the upcoming year. What's more, we take on the risk of signing on to firm price and time service level agreements. One of the keys to success is in our plan, build, run approach, an end-to-end engagement methodology that ensures that the right staffing is always in place and at the right price point to design, build, and manage an environment. And we bring to bear our technology-agnostic depth in middleware, database, server, storage and backup, network, and a world-class project management practice as a service. So how does it work? We begin by conducting an analysis on the history of the outsource's service requests from their database of record. We then come back with findings and a business case for the customer to adopt a fixed price and time approach to projects. Exceed then develops and deploys a catalog that delivers 80% of standard workload at a fixed price per component. And we conduct project definition workshops, or PDWs, defining business and technical requirements, and we create firm price and time SOWs that include catalog items and SME effort required to implement the solution. It's important to note that the FIMS offering is not an assembly line where innovation is not present. A car manufacturer will have a whole showroom full of coupes, sedans, minivans, compact trucks, and so on. But those vehicles might have the same chassis, the same engine, the same drivetrain, with the custom pieces specific to a specific model added on later. The manufacturer leverages the economies of standardization and scale. Exceed offers the same baseline of standardization with our process. When innovation is required, now there's a mechanism to study it, price it, and add it to the catalog. Once the Exceed FIMS team is engaged, We ensure that all services can be provided at no additional cost to the account. We deliver predictable IT commodities. As an outsource or a bureau, we standardize 80% of the building blocks, provide fixed price and timescale quotes for 90% of service requests. We enable the customer to pay per unit. No volume, no cost. And we drive a culture of rapid deployment. Exceed's FIMS platform has made the standardized component-based service catalog a reality and is bringing value to our outsourced client base by giving them and their customers the ability to predict, to budget, conduct business at a faster pace, and ultimately make more money.